welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've been in my garden because I've actually had a little tumble down a stair and I hurt my knee. I think it's getting better. So today I'm out here. I'm going to work with my lemongrass. You can see the gorgeous blue sky here in Central Virginia. It is nearing the end of October and it's getting cold. It's getting cold at night, and lemongrass is not something, it's a tropical plant. It's not something that's going to overwinter or anything like that. So it's good and tall and hardy. This was an experiment. I had never grown lemongrass before. And this year I have so much lemongrass, I don't know what to do with. So maybe some of you can give me some suggestions on how to use all this lemongrass. No way am I going to harvest all of this. But what I am going to do is pull some of it. And my brother-in-law's already gotten a whole lot of it, and he dried it and is making delicious tea from it. And that's been his little project. My little project is going to be really harvesting the stalks to use in cooking. I love to use lemongrass in, of course, South Asian cuisine and curries and things like that. And I understand that you can actually take it and freeze it as is in smaller pieces, and it works just fine. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to harvest some of this lemongrass. I'll also talk about how I started this. This lemongrass I started from seed. I believe I started it in maybe April or March or April, to plant out when it got good and warm. I was not in a hurry to get this out because it really likes the warm weather to get started. I just started it in containers about this size. I think they were mushroom containers. And I sprinkled the seeds over the top. I sprinkled them relatively thickly, and I wasn't sure if they would sprout or not. I really had no experience with lemongrass at all. Well, lo and behold, they sprouted and they grew. And so I, gradually hardened them off. And when I planted them, I took the container and I divided them into several clumps. And I planted my lemongrass, I think, in about 6 different places around my garden and in my yard to see where it grew best. And lo and behold, it's really happy. I planted this on the edge of my garden, and I'm really glad I did, because this clump I can actually is pretty accessible. It also has kept certain critters out because they don't want to eat this. The leaves are a little bit spiky, not spiky, but sticky, and they smell like something rabbits and raccoons and things like that don't want to eat, and deer. So that's a really good thing. Next year, I think I'm going to put all of my clumps on the exterior side of my garden. This particular corner is perfect. It is the southwestern corner. That direction is west. This is south. I'm standing right in the intersection of the two. So this gets fantastic sun pretty much all day long. And it especially gets that lovely, warm, strong, sunny afternoons. As you can see, this is a very, very tall plant. Now, the upper part of the leaves are good for harvesting for tea. But what I'm interested in is getting right down here at the stalk and pulling out some of those stalks as close as I can to the ground. The bigger the stalk, the bigger the piece of lemongrass. I'm going to go ahead and get in and do some of that now. Going to have to use a little bit of muscle. Really quite a beautiful stand of lemongrass. This is really perfect. Now, the part that you eat is actually the inner part. You're going to peel off this external part. I suppose I could also just cut it off at the bottom. I'm coming in just at the very bottom, as close to the ground as I possibly can. Take a look at all this lemongrass that I picked, including a little bug there. But these are the stalks that I'm going to be freezing. Well, here's the harvest. Smells like lemongrass. It smells like lemons. I guess that's why they call it lemongrass. Well, all I'm going to do is take this inside. I'm going to cut off each stalk at about maybe 6 inches and freeze those. The top part, the leaves, I will probably go ahead and dry for tea, and that way I'll be using the entire plant, which is what I like to do. Well, I hope you are having a glorious day wherever you are. It certainly is beautiful here, and it's great to be back in the garden. Thank you so much for coming along for my lemongrass harvesting. Take care. Bye.